Hello everyone, this is Tracy Newman from the Navigator's Tarot, and where you can find me on Instagram and on Sleepy Wisdom on YouTube. I have some oracle cards here from the Sacred Spirit reading cards. They're very pretty. I think I'll have a little look out of these because I feel like, you know what, the feminine energies have gone through a massive shift lately, and I'm just going to play with these reading cards because she is, Okay, so the feminine is really in this etheric space, in this lovely esoteric kind of space. She's kind of like transformed and transmuted the 3D matrix world completely. This is what I'm getting. And she's now in this lovely state. Her aura has changed too. The aura of the feminine, the beautiful light of the feminine has changed too. We have third eye vision, which is about reclaiming your mind, which is also about opening up the third eye and opening up your energy centers to unconditional love. The dark night of the soul, soul fragments, expansion, guardian, and soul fragments. Balance will be restored. So let me get a feel for these cards, what they're trying to say. For a lot of us, there are different kind of energies that are coming through, that are hitting through the third eye, through this part here. Some of us, whoop, there goes my card. Anyway, I'll go and get it in a minute. We have the card of 33, the soul fragments, balance will be restored. So she is literally calling back every part of herself. Every part that is the multiversal part of the feminine is starting to come through and come in. There's a lot of elemental energy here as well. Lots of beautiful light energy coming through. There are different light codes coming through for people. Literally, our auras have changed. Everything about us energetically, our energetic signature has changed, our energetic blueprint, everything has changed. Moving into greater aspects of love and light, and leaving a lot of the 3D matrix world behind as we move into these new energies of Aquarius rising. The feminine leads the way. She lights her own path through the kundalini rising, which has been happening for a lot of people recently, and especially those who have the greater amount of the feminine energy are experiencing a lot of the kundalini rising symptoms. As we shift out most of the darker energies that are coming through, because as the light codes have been coming through, we've had to go through a recalibration of the physical and the physiological self, and that has actually come in the form of aches and pains, joint stiffness, that sort of thing, and that's all about basically removing any denser, darker energy so that these light codes can come in. Ground your light. This is all about light. This is literally about light, and that's what I'm seeing, this beautiful white pure light. And the light, look, basically the colors of the rainbow, but most of it being pure and white. What I'm seeing for the feminine, divine will. She now actually understands through the opening of her of the different chakra centers and the third eye, the opening up of the expansion of her basically her womb, the yoni, that is now starting to come through and burst apart with absolute love and light, pure light. And it is literally goes hand in hand with the divine will of God, and whatever that is for you. Let's have another look through here for the feminine. Very beautiful, beautiful energy for the feminine this week. She's literally moving into a higher aspect of who she really is. Some of us will be going through the dark night of the soul as the energy kind of purges out anything that does no longer need to remain. But in saying that, as the darkness begins to purge out, more light is coming through. The moment we are between worlds, between the 3D matrix world and the 5D lighter aspect of the different frequencies. So, you know, I mean, when I talk about 5D, 3D, what I'm really talking about is literally the energies and the frequencies, the bandwidth that is changing, and that we're all starting to move into a higher bandwidth of frequency. That's coming through, and it's all happening through color, sound, and light is what I'm getting. So a lot of the dark night of the soul energies, the kundalini rising energies, will be about releasing and purging out old darker energies that are no longer relevant. Birth of creation. Yes, so the beautiful birth of creation as we birth a new world in these Aquarius rising energies. Basically changing the matrix through frequency and sound and light. Eternal union. So that is basically lovers coming together, but probably masculine and feminine becoming more balanced within. The union of souls with, the union of souls, what I'm hearing. It can be the union of two souls. It can also be the union of the divine masculine and feminine within. Basically, these energies are going to move us into these energies, though. That's what I'm getting. So a lot of the frequencies that are happening and coming through are changing and shifting us all into union. And it's the union of the frequency of change that comes about through the sound, light, and color. So, and eventually we will all be in this state. I'm just going to get some cards that about that eternal union, because I'm starting to get, I'm not completely sure exactly why that came through. Like, I know that this is where we ultimately will reside in, but I don't know whether it's about it's becoming like coming through now. What so okay. So where there has been separation or perceived separation between souls and those that are a lot that are going to come into union within and also without, those energies are going to start to pick up and align, and it's going to so it's actually happened through the reclamation of the land for Jesus Christ and the reaffirmation of the connection to the Christ energies. So that's why the masculine now is going through this huge change, and the flip that I've said in the masculine reading, because the light and the light codes that are coming through, and the light, the energy and the frequency changes that are coming through, literally are going to blast so much light into the masculine and the feminine that literally they're not going to be able to withstand that energy for too long. The darker energies will be expelled pretty much straight away. It's so weird because I keep seeing this event, and it's kind of like it's going to happen very quickly and suddenly, spontaneously almost, and which will eventually lead to this eternal union of souls. So I guess it's a coming together of love and light and frequency. Ascended masters, which expansion. living light energy. So basically at the moment what we're doing is we are changing the matrix. The energy signature is changing for all of us, and it's going to start to occur. This is quite a confusing reading for the feminine, and that the fact that it has come up through the feminine. Yep. Anyway, let's have another look. I see. It's like it's not. It's like that eternal union. It's where we are heading to. And it's a union of souls. I'm hearing. And maybe that's what's actually happening. It's literally the union of souls. What does the union of souls mean? Okay, so the changing energy signature, what does it mean? Let's have a look through there too. What does the changing of the union of souls, what is your understanding of the union of souls? Okay. Where the lion meets the lamb, comes into, like the meek shall inherit the earth, but it's like the lion comes in with the lamb, and there is great love, acceptance, and compassion. There is no death. There is no death. Of course, there is no death. Union of souls. So some people, what I'm hearing is, oh yeah, 4 of Wands. Yep. So that's about union between two people, and marriage, celebration. So that's pretty much what this is about. And when the lion meets the lamb and has understanding and compassion for each other and great love, it's when the union of the two of the souls will come into, that's what they'll come into union. So for some, it may be happening sooner rather than later. Not really sure. Let me just have another look. Use your intuition. Go within, awaken your spirit. The energy signature, it's once again, it's about an eternal union, and it keeps coming up. So for some, there will be this union that comes through. And I feel like for the next couple of years that a lot of souls will be coming into union. On an energetic level, and you know, as we shift and change, we're going to be coming into these energies, coming into union with our counterpart. It's very confusing, this reading, anyway. But just know that the feminine is leading the way. It can be quite confusing sometimes to know exactly where we're going. But I think it is too, because the energy signatures are changing. So our energy signatures, light codes, are coming through, and for a lot of us, you know, our world is completely changing, you know, within as first, you know. So for a lot of us, our lives may completely change as well. That's what it feels like. Anyway, I hope this makes sense. It probably doesn't, but I hope you can get something out of it. You know, just know that the feminine energies are leading the way, and that right now we're not meant to know where we're going, because we're purging out any remaining darker energy, so that these light codes can come in, and we can then operate under a new kind of energy signature. If that makes sense. And just know that that union, that soul union, is coming. Hey, I hope that makes sense, and I shall see you next week. Bye for now.